From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2178, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, July 31st, 2019. RTTY enthusiasts and hams familiar with digital communications might remember HAL Communications. Sadly, their co-founder has become a silent key.
George Henry Jr K9 GWT later became president of the company HAL Communications, which he ran with business partner George Perrin. George, who was known by the name Bill for his middle name, launched the company formally as a corporation at the University of Illinois at Urbana. According to the company website, the business had previously been known as HAL Devices when a number of students were purchasing HF radio equipment parts and reselling them at Hamfest starting in 1966. The company graduated from being a reseller later on with the launch of its own product, a double-balanced modulator circuit board that utilized HP hot carrier diodes. George eventually sold his stock in the business to Barrett Communications of Australia in 2012. Bill Henry, who died on the 17th of July, was also a life member of the ARRL. He was 78. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG.
Up for some adventure on the high seas? How about a special event station from on board an iconic pirate radio station?
The Martello Tower Group are marking the anniversary of some high adventures at sea. It has been 55 years since the first UK shipborne pirate radio station came on the air off England's coast in 1964. Not only was Radio Caroline the first of the offshore pirates, she was also the last one, closing down in the 1990s. That wasn't the end, however, as a group of supporters restored the last of the ships used, the Ross Revenge, converting it into a pirate radio museum with a working broadcast studio. And to top that, they managed to get a local radio licence using the frequency and transmitter site from their old enemy, the BBC. To celebrate 55 years since the start of the change to radio listening options in the UK, a special event station, GB55RC, will be active on HF from on board the Radio Caroline ship from the 1st to the 5th of August. Special QSL cards will be available for contacting the ship and for SWL reports. For full details, check the GB55 RC page on QRZ.com. For Amateur Radio Newsline, this is Ed DD5LP.
So iconic was Radio Caroline that in 2009, a major motion picture was released called Pirate Radio, starring the late Philip Seymour Hoffman. I give it 2 thumbs up. As Newsline prepares to announce the 2019 Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Young Ham of the Year and present the award next month at the Huntsville Hamfest in Alabama, Neil is back with news about what Bryant Rascal, KG5HVO, our 2018 Young Ham of the Year, has been up to recently.
Each year, the Dave Coulter Memorial Youth DX Adventure gives young hams a chance to be the DX. This year was no exception. The team of Bryant, KG5HVO, Jack, KM4ZIA, and Audrey, KM4BUN, has just returned from the PJ2T contest station in Curacao, where they operated as PJ2Y. Bryant kept the CW rolling most of the time, while Jack and Audrey worked mostly sideband. They appeared on Ham Talk Live just hours after finishing their operating time and announced that they set a new record of 6,593 Qs for the DX Adventure. Reporting for Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG.
For more about the Huntsville Hamfest, visit hamfest.org, and we'll see you August 17th and 18th in Alabama. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at arnewsline.org. With Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG, Ed Durant, DD5LP, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe. I'm Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.